Afternoon, everyone. Bob Hodem here with the Alternative Board, Miami Valley. My client, Randy Mount, who's with Extreme Microbial Technology. Good seeing you, Randy.
Good seeing you, Bob.
I'd shake your hand, but that's not appropriate right now.
No, it's not.
And what we want to talk a little bit about today is we're doing a series of business owner dialogues called the Corona Chronicles. And I wanted to bring Randy in because he has a unique product line. And Randy, what I want to do is to say, what is your company and what business are you in starting?
Well, the company is, I'm the CEO for Extreme Microbial Technologies.
Okay.
So what we are is a solution-based company. So we provide a solution for microbials, dealing with molds, bacteria, and viruses.
Okay.
So, pre-COVID-19, it was about protecting products and processes. Whether a food production plant or a university dealing with norovirus or other issues they might have, or call centers on absenteeism, to protecting people. Being able to provide an environment that is bacteria and virus and mold free continuously. So the technology is not new, but the processes and our customers are. Never plan on calling on hair salons or an attorney's office. So we're getting a lot of new variables, jewelry stores, and so what we're able to do is protect that environment 24/7. So it's post COVID-19. The phones are ringing.
Yeah, exactly.
The website's banging, and just great opportunities to look at the why we do what we do. It's to make a difference. We set out that 4 or 5 years ago to develop something and to create a business around making a difference.
Right.
When you look at hundreds of thousands of people dying every year, and just in the United States, of foodborne pathogens. Eating a salad and dying of listeria. It doesn't need to happen. Let's prevent the listeria to begin with, so people don't die or hospital-acquired infections.
So you've been in business, I think you alluded to, about 5 years, this particular business?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
Great. So pre-March 17th, which is in the state of Ohio as we had a lockdown, but pre-March 17th, what was your business model like? How effective were you in selling?
The business model was go to trade shows, get leads, follow up on those leads. Basically, for every 100 calls you make, you get 10 people that would take the call, and you'd wind up with one appointment.
Okay.
And so
it's about right, 1%.
Yeah, it's about 1%, and then out of that one that you got to go make that appointment, then we would close on the neighborhood of 4 to 5% of those.
Okay.
So it was I want to say it was an easy sale by any means, because we were trying to educate people that the air means something. The air is touching all the surfaces, that bacteria are living in those environments. It was real easy for a food plant that the FDA was coming in to shut them down because they had a recall. But we were trying to get out in front of it to prevent that from happening.
So are you saying that a lot of the prospects you were trying to talk to knew they might have had a problem or suspected they might have a problem, but we really don't want to talk about it?
Absolutely. Our biggest customers, and we have quite a few Fortune 500, Fortune 100 companies that we've done a lot of work for, but it all came down to it, to where they had the recall. 13 people died from eating their product, and so the FDA got involved and they had to clean it up.
Right.
And so those were our customers. Great business model on one end, great customers and opportunities, but we'd always have to respond within 24, 48 hours, flying across the country or whatever to solve those issues.
So it was an emergency sort of
sale. It was an emergency kind of sale. And so you don't know when the next one's going to come in. And then the worst part about it is we couldn't go around bragging about that we did work for this Fortune 500 company.
Because they didn't want anybody to know.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't go around bragging that, these guys cleaned up our listeria. It wasn't supposed to be there to begin with. So,
yeah, I can see that. Okay, so I think you've already started to answer the question I'm going to ask now. It's okay. Now that we're into this whole coronavirus thing, what's your selling model or business model look like now?
Now, trade shows are out of the picture. I think everyone's been canceled for the year, so we're not doing that. We are doing everything we can to advance personnel. We've doubled the size of our sales force in the last 60, 90 days.
Okay.
So now it's about handling the phones, the website submissions, the referrals that are coming in continuously. So it's amazing. We go to one doctor's office or dentist office, design a system. I mean, and you're not talking, this very complex or expensive system. I mean, your average doctor's office is, probably between $5,000 and $10,000
Okay.
to protect that entire environment. Sometimes less, depends on the size.
Right.
And so then he refers you to 3 or 4
Right.
more, or sometimes he owns 4 offices. So it just keeps growing and expanding. We had somebody call the other day for a bingo hall, and then
Oh, wow.
we did not really think about calling upon bingo halls. We're not even have time to think to call upon industries because they're calling us. Next thing you know, he went and told all his friends at his association, and we had 22 phone calls in 2 days from bingo halls.
Bingo halls.
So things are rapidly expanding. I mean, we're working with Smithfield Foods. They are the largest pork and provider in the U.S., possibly the world.
Now, almost any market that or any place where people meet are now prospects.
Absolutely. We just turned in a quote 3 days ago and got approval today for 60 school buses in Cincinnati. We had to design a system just for school buses.
Right.
Because here's the problem. They're used to transporting 72 kids on a school bus.
Right.
Now with the new separation,
48.
they can only do 12.
12.
12.
Oh my.
And so you look at that, well, they're just going to go out and buy 5 times more buses?
No.
No. So let's put a system in that can protect that environment.
So I guess I'm curious, if you were to give some advice to other business owners, they're trying to get their sea legs, for lack of a better term, during this whole scenario, and apparently you've had some success, what would be a point or two that you give to business owners that may be viewing?
When you look at building and structuring a business, we all deal with different times. Economic problems, pandemic. This is the first time we've ever dealt with a pandemic in my lifetime. So when you look at processes and procedures, those apply to downtimes as well as uptimes. And from past experiences in businesses, which I've built many businesses, it's uptimes can be just as stressful, if not more stressful, and cause more pain and problems than downtimes. So downtimes things slow down, and uptimes everything's moving so fast and making decisions. So processes and procedures are really key. And surrounding yourself with, I always say I like to find as many people smarter than me to surround myself with. And as you know, in many board meetings, as I come to them, looking for advice on things, it's different questions than it was when things were down, when the economy was at a major hit 4 years ago, 5 years ago, to now asking different questions, but getting that sound advice from people that have done it well before me, and or different situations. So the advice I would give is to surround yourself with quality people that have been through things and looking for that feedback so you can make better decisions.
So people, I congratulate you on your success. I've been around to see that, the fits and starts that we've had with both businesses, but you're doing great now, and I want to thank you for the time today to chat with folks and give some insight to other business owners. Again, Randy Mount with Extreme Microbial Technology, and I'm Bob Hodem with the Alternative Board, Miami Valley.